By the way, the Biden admin reportedly called trans sports complicated today with a wide range of views. It also acknowledged this from August 30th, 2023. And this is one of the reasons why I suspect they're like failing to address a incredibly easy gift. A gift that has been given to them once again to turn around and say Republicans are fucking weird and gross. They're so weird and gross that they literally will point to like women, okay, biological women, women with a fucking and a uterus, and turn around and be like, that woman doesn't appeal to my standards, so I think that's not a woman, that's a man, that's a trans man, that's a trans woman. I don't even know any at this point. Like, that's a great fucking opportunity to be like, why is the vice president and the president talking about an Algerian female boxer beating an Italian female boxer to like talk about trans people like this? What the why are they leaning into this fake outrage? It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to just be like, that's weird as fuck, bro. Run a goddamn campaign. Focus on your shit. It's so stupid. But they won't because they're cowards, I think. But it's a gift for them. It's a great opportunity for them to like just straight up be like, this is what happens when you lose your mind and you start talking about like 0.1% of the population. I know that was from a year ago. No, I know that was from a year ago, chatter. I'm saying that is indicative of how they will deal with this issue. That's what I'm saying. That shows how worried they are. What is this? Tyler made a 3-minute statement about Macaiyla. Like I said, I think Macaiyla is like a otherwise normal person, as normal as you can be in terms of just like being an extremely online individual, but she is susceptible to right-wing radicalization just like anybody else. And the reality is like she's lost in the fucking sauce on this trans shit. I should talk to her, honestly, because it's like Macaiyla is Tyler1's baby mama, and also I guess, are they married? I don't know, but regardless, it's, you know, no, not married. Okay. Tyler1's girlfriend and also the mother of his child. They just had a child recently, but she's just been chirping a lot about the, you know, the trans panic shit. She has for quite some time, I think, at this point. I feel bad for Tyler Law, says Carey with the trans flag in the bio. He doesn't like you people either. Skull emoji. Both of you are transphobic and believe in everything you see on Twitter without doing a little bit of research. What a shame. You're 18. You have your whole life ahead of you, and you're going to fuck it up by being chronically online and giving into something that isn't actually a norm. It is rare. I hope you get healthy. Talk to an actual doctor off this website and find peace. Good luck. Yeah, I'm sure that like trans people are talking to doctors on Twitter and not actual doctors. Anyway, everybody talk to offline, end up digging their heels even further. What do you want me to do, man? I'm not a fucking magician, okay? Shut the fuck up. Like, there is no magic solution to this. Some people are just like invested in their ways, and then they just like double down, triple down, quadruple down, and they just like go down this rabbit hole, okay? She's been awful online for years, though. This isn't the first time. I mean, yeah, she has. It's gone globally viral. I was in a Russian streamer's channel earlier, and they were talking about how unfair it is that a man beat up a woman. Yeah, because people are fucking insane. But ultimately, she, just like everyone else, from fucking Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and all these fucking charlatans, Bradley Martin, all these people literally went on with this like global hysteria. And immediately, that's all it took. All it took was for a woman to look kind of yoked. Okay, a cis woman to look kind of yoked for people to just like run with this narrative that this is a trans woman and that it's completely unacceptable. I think Logan Paul apologized. Yeah, fucking bullshit. He literally said oopsies in his apology and then doubled down on fucking transphobia. Mike Macaiyla did too. I covered all this stuff. It's in my latest video on my YouTube page. We had to take it down because the Olympics are crazy. They were hunting all matter of clips. They literally fucking stopped our video from being released. So we had to delete and censor all of the imagery of the Olympics. Yeah, he left his post up. His post garnered a lot more attention even after his apology. His apology didn't get any attention whatsoever. People really just don't care. They don't care about what the truth is, right? Run with this narrative or bought it into this narrative. I want to believe she's just misinformed. I met her in 2017 and she was one of the nicest people ever. Macaiyla, yes, of course she's misinformed. People forget like this happens in your families as well, where like people literally radicalize themselves into like becoming like hateful people. Do you know what I mean? Like otherwise normal people, kind people, nice people can find themselves swept up. This is why right-wing misinformation is so goddamn dangerous. This is why right-wing bigotry is so dangerous. This is why I do what I do. This is why I try to fucking talk people off this ledge. Okay? That's it. That's the whole point. Like that is why I do what I do, because I want to like make sure that people don't fall into this like weird framing and just become like bigoted ass people for no reason. Let people be themselves. It's nothing to you. There is no reason I think it's kind of censored in China right now. There's one annoying guy who always makes transphobic vids, and I haven't even seen anything from him about this. It's so annoying too, because I know they're sweet, but they're misinformed. I don't know what to do. It freaks me out. Like, are they dumb? Why can't you research like that? This isn't necessarily about Macaiyla. Macaiyla is just simply a vector to talk about this conversation, because you probably have people in your lives that are also falling down this fucking pipeline. We have the tendency to think that, like, because someone is an online influencer or whatever, that like they somehow are supposed to be better read. Like, that's not the case. They are susceptible to the same exact points of misinformation that radicalize people that you are, that your mom and dad is. You know what I mean? Nick Marks is another great example of this, where it's like they kind of take the other route that I talk about all the time. There's like the normative position in society, in American society in general, is trans people are weird. I don't really understand it. It's kind of freaky. I don't get it, right? But that's it. It just kind of stays there. And there's two different directions you can go in that situation. You can either just be like, it's weird. I don't get it. I'm ignorant. Who cares? Okay. Which many people feel that way. Those people can be radicalized in the other direction, though, easily, by being like constantly going, look, this trans person is like indecent. This trans person is indecent. This trans person was being weird. This trans person is actually cheating. Right. And then when people get captivated by this narrative, by the likes of Matt Walsh or Ben Shapiro or any number of different right-wing content creators, they start becoming increasingly more hateful and increasingly more misinformed on the issue. And ultimately, you arrive at where we're at right now. You look at a fucking cis woman fighting another cis woman, and you think, well, everyone is fucking saying that this person is actually a man, so I'm going to go with that. And I'm just going to double down, triple down, quadruple down on it. Okay? But make no mistake, most people don't think about trans people at all. Okay? They might have that thought that they're weird or whatever in the back of their minds, but they don't just think about that on a day-to-day basis. Okay? They don't. And it's sad to see someone actually fall into that trap. I want to believe she will educate herself on these issues, but she's been so nasty about this topic and so smug on top of it. She's someone replying nicely about it. She hopes their kids' school gets shut up. She posted until someone told her to shut the fuck up, and I personally hope she shuts the fuck up for a while. Yeah, it's just like, I'm trying to be as like nice about it as possible, but it's just like, it's just pure unfiltered bigotry in this situation. And it's not only pure unfiltered bigotry in this situation, she's also fucking up Tyler1's bag in this situation as well, and tying Tyler1 to this insane, vile bigotry. So you're being too biased towards her? No, I'm being diplomatic, dumb fuck, because I have the capacity to actually talk to these people directly. That's the difference. Historically, I have always tried in circumstances like this one, because I don't want them to, like, one, obviously keep spreading like hateful narratives like this, and two, I just also don't want them to like fucking lose their minds and get radicalized in this direction. Okay? She was like chirping nonstop on the timeline and then made a serious apology note. I would like to start out by saying that I apologize not only to the trans community, but all of the LGBTQ plus supporters for my comments. I apologize for the misinformation that I put out. I also apologize for the hate that I put out. I was speaking out of a place of ignorance and carelessness. I've been reckless in the past, and after speaking to a close friend of mine, I realized the damage that could be done based off my actions and how my platform could truly affect people. I've never had the chance to truly reflect and think about the things that I say and how they may affect the trans community. But now realizing that I truly want to apologize for any harm done and will continue to educate myself on the matter instead of spreading hate, I will be sure to stay informed and do my due diligence. I know there are many people in the trans community who get so much hate and even can be harmed by such actions just because people don't accept them. I would not like to be a part of that, and in the future, I will be sure to think before speaking. I would also like to apologize to Tyler for speaking on his behalf out of pure ignorance and in the heat of the moment. It's wrong of me to want to spread hate through someone else's mouth, especially when their opinions extremely differ from opinions of my own. I'll be taking some time, reflect more, and further educate myself on this topic. She got the boss call from hell. I mean, yeah, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, that right there is literally another showcase of like transphobia being like a fucking brain disease. The most fake apology. She's been transphobic for so long now and has even said her trans friends agree with her transphobia. She only apologized because she jeopardized Tyler's job. It doesn't matter what she apologized for or not. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? Here's why it doesn't matter. Because ultimately, if you're an influencer and you're like a hateful person behind fucking closed doors, as long as that shit doesn't carry out, I care mostly about stopping the flow of hateful misinformation online. That is my number one goal. Okay? So this doesn't mean that she is like magically decided to be a good person and become a trans ally, but it's the first right step to take in this circumstance is a good apology. Just take it. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. It entirely depends on how she portrays herself going forward, what she chooses to do going forward. Obviously, you know, I may be wrong, but I believe that the Algerian boxer was banned in 2023 because she beat a Russian boxer in the semifinals. She will do it again next year. She's had yearly episodes 2020. I've actually never seen her apologize for it, though. So, you know, anyway, this is what Tyler had to say.
Occur, which apologize, guys, because there were some things said on Twitter about me that were just wild. By the way, apologies for that. Let me just make this clear, real clear. I mean this truly. I do not, I'm a cuss, sorry, editors. I do not give a single fuck about whatever the fuck people go by. Just so if I haven't made it clear in the past, bro, I do not care. Guy, girl, other, he, him, her, both, race, color, yellow, green, black, I do not care, bro. If they are happy, let them fucking be. I don't care.
I 100% believe him when he says this. Like, he doesn't give a shit. This is a man who is entirely invested in fucking weightlifting, getting a high elo in chess, and fucking playing League of Legends. That's it. The only thing Tyler cares for is if you feed top lane or is a bad support. Yeah, it's just like, he doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit. I believe him.
Especially if it doesn't affect me. Let me make that clear. I don't give a shit. They're happy? Whatever, man. Whatever. And I know it goes a little bit deeper than that because it's like politic-wise, they're like, well, no, because like they're doing this, they're doing that. The kid, bro, I am uneducated. I am ignorant to comment on any of that, by the way. I have no thoughts or no saying. I am
uneducated. He hates Ludwig, though? Yeah, he hates Ludwig for that reason. He made the same comment years ago.
Guys, why do you care about same-sex, no sex, have sex, identify as a guy, girl, tree, they, he, or why? Because why do you care, bro? Let other people do whatever they want. It doesn't fucking affect you. But
yeah, I mean, he's right. He's right. He's right. Why the fuck do you care? What's wrong with you? Like, it's just like, I think you are insane if this is something that you worry yourself with all the time. I'm sorry. Anything that you worry yourself with to this degree, even if it's a good thing, even if it's a good issue, even if you have the right opinions on a matter like this, if you become this invested in anything, you're going to come across as fucking off-putting to so many goddamn people. Like, it's the cartoonish depiction that my haters have of me, or that people think of me, for example, when they think like I'm constantly preaching socialism. Like, in every fucking step that I take. Like, I can't be just like a normal person that enjoys things. You know what I mean? I can't just like watch the Olympics and feel fucking proud that LeBron James is the greatest athlete of all time. And he's just fucking dunking on people at the age of 40 after 21 years of dominating a goddamn league. Like, I can't just feel happy or enjoy shit, see feats of athleticism without like making it political. You know what I mean? I can. And most people don't think about these things at all because they can be fucking normal. Okay? And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if I were to constantly fucking look at like the Olympics and be like, well, actually, this is, I don't know, like America. I can't believe you're like riding for America. America's an imperialist nation. It's like dominating the world and has 800 military bases. And you talk about that in every fucking conversation. People would look at you and go, yeah, you're weird, man. Shut the fuck up. Okay. And that's the left version of this. You know what I mean? And it's just like transphobic people think more about trans people than trans people do because their brain is fucking warped, dude. It is literally a mental illness. You've lost your goddamn mind, dude. You've literally lost your fucking mind. You're like constantly thinking about trans people. What's wrong with you? Trans people are not thinking about trans people this much. Fucking let people breathe, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like, let me show you a picture of every dead kid in Gaza. Can you imagine if I did that shit every day? I've literally covered the ongoing active genocide in Gaza for fucking 10 months, every single fucking day, nonstop. But in the real world, I'm not fucking running around with photos of kids whose brains have been blown up and like actively showing it to people and be like, look at this. And that is the correct position to have. Like, obviously being anti-genocide is the correct position to have, but I would be a fucking psycho if I did that. So my point is, like, even if you are on the right side of history, even if you're cause is just, okay? So like, even if you're doing something correct, technically, morally correct, if you take it to that point, you're just gonna be fucking hurting your own cause. And that's what a lot of transphobes do. They think like this is the most significant thing. They can't stop thinking about it, you know?
Do not know anything. Guys, leave me the fuck out of it. I don't know, bro. I said my take, man. I do not care. Reading some of these comments has been wild. Because it's like, dude, like, people are like, yeah, I could just tell he was like that. Yeah, he's also a racist. I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm reading some wild shit, man.
Okay, to be fair, he's a League of Legends player. Like, that's a given, okay? Like, that's a given. Like, people are gonna assume that about you, big dog. You play League of Legends, okay? Like, that's not that off base. It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? Like,
like, what is happening, by the way? Like, yeah, bro, if you're surprised by this, like, what are you saying? What? They're like, is there ever...
Are there a good number of former chatters you've met IRL who realized the purpose of this entire tirade and actually started doing good outside of the internet? I don't know why so many people don't get that being relatable to the average working person is the only way to achieve the goal of uniting workers of the world. How can we unite people we've isolated from on a fundamental level? By serving them the top of the hour ad break, which is like the principal uniting thing that happens on this broadcast, where those who are unsubscribed at the top of the hour will be united with those who are subscribed because they don't want to see the ads, and then they will end up purchasing a subscription for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Using their Twitch Prime here on the broadcast by connecting their Amazon Prime account to their Twitch account. They can also get gifted a sub too. That's another way to unite people. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. I don't know, being a self-righteous asshole really worked out in the 2010 not my job to educate you era, right? Yeah, I mean, obviously I fucking hate that, but I also understand where people are coming from when they say that in some instances, because like if you're a trans person, you're constantly receiving like combative takes about people that literally deny your existence and think you're fucking a danger, right? If you're a black person, you're constantly around people, especially in like hostile environments where people are just like not going to understand your lived experience and they're going to constantly fucking question you. So like there is a validity to the emotional labor argument. That's why I do what I do. I'm a fucking white dude. It's easy for me. You know, I have a lot of privilege, so I can use that for good. It doesn't impact me directly in the same way that it impacts a black person or a trans person when someone is being anti-black or someone is being transphobic. You feel me? So I get that, but I also do urge people that are from these marginalized backgrounds that, like, you know, they take the time out and try to actually educate people. I try to arm people with the talking points to be able to talk to other people. You know what I mean? So yeah, TikTok libs are going to call you a white leftist theory bro now for saying that. Yeah, I don't care, man. They're fucking TikTok liberals, okay? They're TikTok rad libs. They don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't give a shit, okay? I've been doing this for 10 plus fucking years. Half of those people literally learned a third of their worldview from watching me during fucking COVID, okay? Give me a goddamn break. They've been doing that, and they will continue doing that, and it doesn't matter. Who cares?
There's been a time, like, bro, no, I've worked with, like, everybody for anything. Like TwitchCon, you know, we work with people on that. I've had editors, people that make art. Bro, we use he, she, they, them, everybody. The basketball stream. Like, bro, it's not like, ew, I don't, like, what are you saying? I don't give a shit, man. God damn. So apologies for all that drama. I know we don't ever deal with that here, but I was thrown into this against my will. So again, I apologize that we had to deal with that. This is like a safe space. We never talk about any politics, by the way. You know what's crazy? Just yesterday, we were literally talking about getting canceled and like things like that. And I was like, yeah.
For the record, I don't think he's like lying to preserve the bag here. For people who like think that there is like some kind of nefarious purpose, or he's just like, you know, hiding the truth and he's like secretly transphobic. Like, I think he's right. He's right on this. Like, this is his opinion.
It couldn't ever happen, by the way. Will never happen. I don't talk about anything. And sure enough, comedy. It is what it is. I said my part. I don't care, bro. I didn't care. Anyway, let's move forward amicably, right? I'm tired today. I've had a long morning. I've had a long day. Let's move forward amicably.
My goat. Tyler's great. I love him. It's hard not to. I mean, straight up, he's awesome. Bro, he should get his girl under control then. Bro, that's so funny. Having a 20-month subscriber talk like a goddamn right-winger. Yo, put your girl on a leash, dog. Like, what do you mean, bro? What kind of fucking misogynistic bullshit is this? Okay? Calm the down, dickhead. Jesus Christ. These are fucking two individual adults we're talking about. Yeah, one of them's got fucking brain rot, which, by the way, I didn't even realize this banged so goddamn hard. Transphobia is a legitimate brain disease that eventually causes people to suspect everyone of being trans. We're watching that happen in real time on a website run by a transphobic deadbeat dad freak. This harms trans women and cis women. Y'all are weird as I didn't even realize this shit banged until somebody sent me this in the chat. Hasan has some words for transphobes and homophobes. Sort by controversial. Why the fuck would I do that, man? I'm trying to preserve my brain, not like lean into the brain rot. Dude, you were like the only one on Twitter against the brain rot wave. No, there's definitely plenty of content creators who are also against it. Caroline had a good take as well. This is just something that I've talked about so much. This is something that I have been an advocate for years and years and years. I myself had transphobic opinions. You guys know this. I'm very open about it. Like 10 plus years ago. And I use that as a way to, actively try and de-radicalize people. God damn, Caroline, so we got 300,000 likes. Michael Phelps is literally referred to as a freak of nature because of his disproportionate wingspan, double jointed ankles, lung capacity twice of an average human, body that produces half the lactic acid of a typical athlete, and he is rightly celebrated for being the greatest male swimmer in history. Meanwhile, female athletes with genetic differences are legally discriminated against and harassed to no end. This is not about protecting women in sports. This is about protecting a very specific idea of what a woman is. Woo! That's a great take. Popped off on that. Women's sports gets massive attention only when transvestigators go on a rampage screaming about trans female athletes and cis female athletes who they claim are men. None of them care about real issues like unequal pay, inadequate training facilities, less visibility in the media, fewer athletic opportunities, rampant abuse and discrimination, etc. And then immediately, look, on mass media, real issues. It's possible all issues should be looked at, but idiots like you, on the one hand, believe WNBA who loses millions a year should be paid the way NBA who make billions should be paid. It's like, dude, you just did it. You just did that. You literally replied with exactly what she was referencing. Asmon Dumb said this was not a valid comparison because his brain rot. Wait, what? Not a valid comparison in what respect? I thought your Wemby comparison was really solid. I mean, I've talked about Michael Phelps quite a bit. I've talked about Wemby quite a bit. In terms of like hormone replacement, I've talked about one lesser known talking point that I am responsible for. If you ever hear this in trans discourse, that came from here. Messi, who also underwent like hormone therapy, who took HGH to overcome his like genetic predisposition, his disability. Remember that. Lol, you did not create that point. Yes, I did years ago. I've never heard anybody fucking use the Messi comparison.
What about Michael Phelps then? Michael Phelps was not inside of a league that was defined by its restrictions.
What? What does that even mean? Not a valid comparison. There's a reason boxing is a weight class and swimming and football, etc. do not. Wait, do you think that Iman Khalif actually is not in the same weight class as the person that she was competing against? The fuck are you talking about? They're in the same weight class, dumbass. What the fuck? They're the same weight class. It's not like they put her in a fucking different weight class. These comparisons are not combat sports, not valid, my brother. Not what I said. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Also, the NBA is a great comparison too. The fuck do you mean? You're still yamming on motherfuckers when you're in the NBA. LeBron James is too tall and too athletic. He should not play, which is ironic because that is what they used to say about black people competing in sports. That was literally what they used to say back in the day. Advocates for segregated leagues would be like, well, black people are too strong and too aggressive and they have different genes. Straight up, it's the same shit. It's so silly to be like, it's not a valid comparison because this is a weight class issue. It's like they're in the same weight class. What are you talking about? She's also a cis woman. That's also ridiculous. Yes, but there's a difference in combat sports. You're being obtuse. Brother, we're talking about a cisgender woman, born a woman, has a pussy, has a fucking uterus, beating the dog shit out of another woman. You're mad because one woman is punching harder than another woman. Shut the fuck up. I hate this bitch made shit. People are like, I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it. This woman, I don't like it. She doesn't look remarkable enough for me. Maybe she could beat my ass too. I'm saying there's you comparing combat sports to swimming. Brother, the point is correct. All matter of athletic competition, whether you are beating the dog shit out of another person, or whether you're pouncing on them because you got fucking pads on, or whether you are out competing them in fucking laps, is still going to have some natural inequalities built into the fucking sport. That's what makes sports great, okay? Like, it's such a funny fucking thing. It's such a funny thing to be like, I'm a combat sports enjoyer and I'm really scared that the combat sports that I'm enjoying has combat in it. Like, what? Like, do you hear yourself? And you're talking about it when you're talking about like two cisgender women fighting each other, okay? Genetic differences exist in every sport, from combat sports to gymnastics, all the way to fucking swimming and basketball. Every sport has genetic differences. That's why a 51-year-old Turkish man can roll up there, no fucking glasses, no like gear whatsoever, and just fucking boom, get a fucking silver medal. Okay, that dude is naturally gifted at shooting. He's a crack shot. What are you gonna do? This is just how it is. That's why seeing 5'8" guys in the NBA is so great. They overcame genetic differences. Exactly. Like, how would you even remove the genetic advantages in sports? You can't. Also, it wouldn't even be good. It would be bad to do that. It would be boring to do that. This is like participation trophy shit flipped on its fucking head. But it's like being done from the right-wing side. So I guess it's not participation trophy advocacy. But it is. It is. That is exactly what this is. It's lame as and it pisses me off that people don't realize it. Oh, it scares me. I saw a scary woman doing combat sports and she's good.
Do you understand what the difference there is? So this is obviously a bad argument. So basically, Michael Phelps was in a league and it said anybody can join this league. It doesn't matter what you are,
Famously, nobody ever cries about trans women swimming with cis women. I don't even know what he just said here. What he just said is completely irrelevant. It sidesteps the actual point of contention, which is that Michael Phelps has genetic advantages, okay? Just like Iman has genetic advantages, okay? Natural advantages. La 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 la, no DMCA, la la la.